Friday. It's also National Donut Day. So of course we had to use our club transfer for the month. I'm super excited about this project. We're gonna do like a vintage inspired donut stand, chalkboard, I don't know, lots of different things. I'm gonna incorporate a few different transfers into this. So when you guys jump on, say hello, hit the heart button, comment donut, D-O-N-U-T. I know that there's two different ways to spell donut, but I'm gonna go with the Dunkin' Donut way. So comment D-O-N-U-T. Check your messenger for the info. I am Brittany with Tilton Designs. If you see that red live above my head, I'm live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay. So comment hashtag replay. Let me pin my comment here. We'll get this shared. Today is also the start of our annual finished goods auction. So I have everything posted in the event. I'll show you guys how to do that, or how to like get to it here in just a couple minutes. And we're going to be taking bids through Sunday, June 8th, Parker's birthday, at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are interested, all of the items that we've created in the last year, there's 272 items, and that doesn't count the ones that we have in our house. Lots of stuff up for grabs. So let's see here. Hi Lisa, how are you? All right, pin my comments. When you guys jump on, say hello, hit the heart button, comment donuts. I'm gonna use, we just listed these on Etsy. It's called I think we called it donut stand. So it's gonna come with 6 of the donut cutouts, this little, like, you can call it a cake stand, but we're gonna make it into a donut stand. It comes with the word donut, and then we're actually gonna use another transfer that we've brought back that's on sale. It's called Best in Town. It's actually an ice cream one. If you guys remember, we did a couple projects with this last year. It was super cute. I'm literally just gonna use the little banner and do Best in Town because we're gonna make it donuts. So it's gonna be Best in Town donuts. And then I had a really cute idea to use a transfer, but then I realized I didn't have it. It was one of the little pancakes. So I was gonna use the little thing that said Specials Daily or something. I don't know what happened to that transfer. So instead we're gonna use another transfer that's on sale, and I'm just gonna use the words Made with Love and put that on here. I'm also gonna use some patterns. We're gonna use the floral dot pattern, which is one of my favorites. And then this one's called Butterfly Garden Patterns. I'm gonna use these polka dots because I think they're super cute. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. I think it's gonna be adorable. Hi guys, how are you? Hi Angel and Carrie and everybody. I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes the timer will go off. Whoever's comment is there will get put into our Sunday Funday baskets. On Sunday we'll pull a winner, probably Monday because Parker's birthday is Sunday. We'll pull a winner though, or winners, and you'll get some happy mail. Hi Shelly. Mark was responding to you, so I don't know. I'll have to look and see where he got with that. So this is our Verity frame. You guys know this is one of my all-time favorite frames. It's reusable. It's very vintage looking. I love everything about it. I've had this bird cage on here for a few months, but we're gonna remove it. But I'm gonna start by painting my cutouts, I think. Isn't it cute? I know. So the club this month, I know that there's some people that are on the fence about it. They're not sure about the donuts. But if you're not a club member, you should definitely join. We love our club members. We love our Perks members. You can join Perks first to get 30% off. This month is called Donut Dream. There's a bunch of really cute donuts. We made cutouts that are like patriotic inspired to go with it. So we did stars, stripes, and sprinkles. But we're gonna do something different with it today. So I'm gonna use the donut transfer. When you join the club, you get these magnets as well. It's a 6-pack of magnets. Super fun. I'll use those at some point. Actually, I should use those on this because they're magnets. But I don't know, I like these cutouts. I don't know yet. I'm very torn. The colors this month are Current Jam, Peony, and Bright White. If you guys are a member with us, you know we have the club colors posted in the VIP group. And then you also get a free mini squeegee with your shipment. So we're gonna get started. I'll use these magnets for something else at some point, but the Verity and the Aiden are both magnetic, so you could use those little magnets on there. Aw, thank you, Shelly. Yeah, I know there's some people that aren't super happy about the donuts. Like not everybody's gonna love every single transfer, I get that. So we're just gonna try to do some different things and hopefully make some of you guys love them. I love donuts in general. I got my free donut today. Jelly is my favorite, so that's what I had. We're gonna use some, like I said, I want this to be like vintage kind of inspired, so I'm gonna use Ocean Mist, Peachy Keen, Vanilla matches the Verity perfectly. I'm gonna use that color I mixed up for the donuts, at least some of it. which is I used camel mixed with vanilla, and then I'm also going to use some nominee. But I'm going to paint my cake stand in Peachy Keen, I think. You need to make yours? Yeah. How are you guys? Yes, comment donut, check your messenger. I'm going to start by painting my cake stand. So this piece just goes on top of here. I call it a cake stand, but we're going to make it into a donut stand. I did make my shirt. Isn't this cute? It says burnt out but optimistic. This is one of the new size A transfers. I used, it's got like 4 different sayings on it, and I used 3 and made me and the girls each one. Super cute. Were the kids able to sleep? I think they slept. They are excited. It was fun. I was super excited to be able to surprise them with that. And yeah, it was a good time. I did post that video if you guys missed it. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see the reaction to their surprise. And they were super excited. Parker, so I messed things up because the last weekend they were home, we were working on mystery bundles, and I needed some ribbon that I had ordered for the mystery bundle. So Amazon had just delivered a package, and the ribbon had been delivered. So I said to Parker, can you run inside and get the ribbon that's in the box so that we can finish these mystery bundles? And so he did, and then he came out and he said, what is this? What are these Boston keychains for? And so, I thought really quick as I could, and I said, oh, ChalkCon's in Boston, which I'm surprised he didn't remember that it's in Kansas City, because I was fibbing because I was trying to like figure out, and he knew Gracie Abrams was going to be in Boston, so that was the first thing he thought of. So I think he kind of knew, and then as soon as he opened up the Boston keychain, he's like, you lied. But he was still excited, so anyway, it is what it is. Thanks, Suzanne. So glad you had a live. So glad you are live. There is a lot of great stuff. Yes, we have tons of stuff in the auction. I will show you guys that. So once a year, in June, we always do our finished goods auction. So every single thing we've made throughout the past year is up for grabs. Not every single thing. Some stuff was ruined in the flood, and then some of it's in our home. So we're taking them to Boston to see Gracie Abrams. She's on tour. She's one of our favorites. Actually, it's surprising because Sophie does not like Taylor Swift. Delaney does. Parker loves Taylor Swift, but we all like Gracie Abrams. So it'll be fun. All right, so there's the cake stand. I'm gonna paint the banner in. I think I want to do. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna paint it in. So if you see this is mostly silkscreen. So everywhere that the teal is, that's what the color is gonna show up on here. So I'm actually gonna paint this in vanilla because I want to do this in Ocean Mist so it shows up in Ocean Mist. Yeah, they were all excited. It was fun to get their reactions. I'm just blessed to be able to do that for them. And obviously we couldn't do that if you guys didn't support our business. So we're super grateful. Yeah, he had a feeling it was what was going on. He knew what was up. I mean, we told them we were going on a trip, so they were trying to figure it out. And they were all convinced at one point that it was a cruise, which I do want to surprise them with a cruise, but it might end up being their Christmas present just because they don't really need anything. Like, they have everything they need. So I thought about, instead having them open up like, a bathing suit and something and being like, I threw them off with a bathing suit though, because when we go to Boston, we're going to go to a beach. So that confused them for a minute. I love Ocean Mist too. I don't use it a ton. I love it, but I don't have any blue in my house other than Mark's man cave. So, not that I don't think blue is pretty. It just doesn't go with my decor. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, facial expressions were the best. Delaney was so excited. This will be Sophie and Delaney's first big concert. So they're excited. I think it's going to be a good time. What color do I want to paint this? I think I'll do this in... I'm trying to think. I'm going to do an Ocean Mist. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. Ocean Mist one you don't have. Ocean Mist is very pretty. It's like a very pale, almost gray blue. It's super pretty. So, how many of you guys are coming down tomorrow to come hang out with me at the parade so I'm not by myself? You're eating kettle corn for breakfast? Well, that sounds good. I had a donut because it's National Donut Day. I also love Ocean Mist because it covers really well. You don't have to do 2 coats. I am going to have to do 2 coats of Peachy Keen. The donuts, I want to really be thoughtful about this time because last time I did them all in that color, but I want to have some different colors incorporated. So let me grab my transfer so I can kind of see. Like this one, I ended up doing it in the camel color, and then there wasn't a ton of color on it. So I think I want to do that a different color to start. So I think I'll do this one in Ocean Mist as well. So many great deals for cruises. Yeah, we've never been on a cruise, so I've never even been on one. So I think the kids would really, really enjoy it. So that's something I'll look into. I mean, they would love to do a Disney cruise, but I know Disney cruises, you're paying for the Disney name, so it's quite a bit more, right? You haven't had a donut in about a year? I wish I could say the same. Wish I could say the same, but that's okay. All right, so that one I'm gonna do Ocean Mist, and then I wanna do this one. So I wanna do this one in, can you guys tell I'm really thinking? I'm perplexed. So that one is right here. I think I wanna do that one in, let's do it in vanilla. Need to buy me some donuts. Gray in her bedroom decor. Heather has gray in her bedroom decor? Is that what you're saying, Debbie? I have never been on a cruise. Yeah, same. We actually are earning for one right now through Chalk, so we will most likely be going on one in, I think it's February or March. I'm not sure, but if you guys are just jumping on, say hello, hit the heart button. Happy National Donut Day. Hope you guys get a donut. If you get a drink from Dunkin', you do get a free donut, so just keep that in mind. Then I'm gonna do this one. Look how cute this one is. So this one is mostly silk screen. So I'm gonna do this one in that color that I've mixed up, which is the camel mixed with vanilla. Hi, Betty. Can I mix vanilla and bark to get a donut color? Yeah, you could. You would want to add very much bark to it because bark's pretty, it's a darker color. I did camel and vanilla, but you can do, you know, whatever you want. But yeah, just add a little bit of bark at a time and see where it gets you, and then you can always add more, you know. Love your donuts. So she can use Ocean Mist in there. Blues won't work in the rest of the house, but Sweet Pea sure does. Heck yes, it does. Timer is going off, and it's going to be Miss Debbie Howard again. Seen a lady use yogurt that you spread on the bottom and added strawberries and pretzels. Oh my goodness. Donuts are sounding good and diabetic. I can live through you. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, get this coated. Let me write down Debbie's name. Was that my first Sunday fun? That was the first winner, right? I think it is. Have we only been live 10 minutes? I don't know. My brain is broken. Personally, I wouldn't pay for the Disney name. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Heather's jealous again. Hey, Janice, how are ya? Okay. So again, I'm just being thoughtful with my donuts, deciding which ones I want to do, and then deciding what color I want to paint them. So this one is this one, correct? No, this one? No, it is that one. It's gotta be. Yeah, it's that one. So this one is only going to show up a certain color, so I want to do the opposite. So I'm going to do this one in Peachy Keen, I think. That's what I want to do. You're not. She's not jealous. She's happy for you. I'm trying to talk my best friend into coming to hang out with me tomorrow at the parade. I have to have, so all three of my kiddos are in a parade tomorrow. It's for the Dairy Fest in Bath, New York. So Delaney, she cheers for the Rams. Which are out of Bath, so she is on a float for that. And then Parker and Sophie are both in marching band, as you guys know. Sophie's super nervous because she has to carry the biggest drum, because the one girl that usually does was a state champion for discus or shot put, so they don't want her carrying the biggest drum. So now Sophie got elected to do that, so she's a little nervous, but I was like, you'll be fine, you're strong. I'm gonna do this one. So I think I'll do this one in the camel color that we mixed up. Hi, Jen. How are ya? And then the last one, I don't know, I'll decide here in a second. I'm gonna have to do a couple coats on some of these. How's everybody's day? Happy Friday. You guys, Facebook is blowing my mind lately. Do you know that I have not had only 50 people on a live since I first started, like my first few months? So heartbreaking. Not that I'm not happy that you guys are here, but like our views are just getting worse and worse and worse, and it's scaring the crap out of me. I don't know why all of a sudden, like we have over 60,000 followers and Facebook doesn't show our stuff to anybody. Yeah, the parade will be fun. She's gonna do a great job. She's nervous, but she'll do great. The last one I'm gonna do, I'm trying to decide. I think I'll do another one in this color as well, and then I can just use whatever colors I want on top. I'm also going to incorporate some nominee as well. I think I'm going to do nominee for, did you see what I just did? That was the Ocean Mist brush. Way to go, Brittany. My sweet husband offered to go get the kiddos for me. He took them to school. Normally I would pick them up, but I had to get all those pictures uploaded for the auction, and it took a little bit longer, and I wanted to go live, so you're going to lake and they're calling for rain. I know, they're calling for rain. It's been pouring. It poured all night last night. I grilled in the rain. Mark would hold an umbrella while I was grilling the chicken for our salads. And then it's rained all day today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be decent, which I hope, because we're going to be at the parade. And then Sunday is Parker's birthday party, and I'm really, really hoping that we'll have good weather, but I don't know. All right, I'm going to do a second coat of vanilla. Then we'll be done painting after we get a second coat on a couple of these, and we'll clean off our chalkboard, and then we can start chalking. They're not actually, so Parker and Sophie only have a week and a day left, so that counts today, so they have like a week left. Delaney, she doesn't get done until like the 20-something. The high schoolers get done a little bit earlier because of like regents testing and stuff, but my kids, I guess, don't have it this year. I would think at some point they would have it, but we sat down last night with Parker and had a long discussion because of his grades and stuff. You gonna come say hey?
Oh, I was gonna leave, but it's gonna mess up your...
Oh no, you guys, I'm probably gonna lose sound for a second because Mark has to go to the car. Well, come say hi to everybody quick.
Hey guys!
Come.
I don't want to, my shoes are
Oh,
filthy.
his shoes are
It's
dirty.
been raining and...
He's saying hey. Just be aware that when he pulls out, I might lose sound for a second, but I'll be back. They don't go back to school until after Labor Day, so that's why they go a little bit later. New York's always a little different.
When I get back, I'm gonna see if they can meet to get the car.
Okay.
Like right away, just get done.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Back in minutes.
Love you.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do one more coat of Peachy Keen. Oh, I still have to paint donuts. What do I want to make donuts? I'll think about it. Mr. Suds Buster. He's gone now, but I might lose sound. Just keep that in mind. I wish for rain, but on the weekend, I know. Oh, thanks, Lori. We appreciate you too. Yeah, it's sad. I don't know. Just put the camel one in there. I'm a mess. We'll see if I connect to the car. Nope, not all schools are done. My kiddos are still in school. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Mr. Sudsbuster. We'll see. I'll give it a minute because I don't want to be talking and you guys not be able to hear me. But he's pulling out, so if I lose sound, you guys can tell me. Yes, comment donut. Yeah, no, not all schools are closed. When we lived in Pennsylvania, we always finished like at the end of May or beginning of June, and then went back before Memorial Day. Labor Day. Okay, good. But now that we're in New York, it's opposite, so we don't go back until after Labor Day, and then, but they also, so they only have like 2 months or something off, but they also have like winter break, and then Christmas break, and then they have like a long spring break, which I didn't have like all that when we were in Pennsylvania, so it's a little bit different. Okay, donuts I think I want to do in, I think I'm going to do that in vanilla, which I got rid of my vanilla brush. You're near an Amish bakery? Ooh, yeah, get some donuts. I bet the Amish make really good donuts. All right, so again, when you do words, I always just get my excess off. I'll probably have to do 2 coats, but we'll just go in here I'm already making a mess. That's what we do. Now Father's Day is coming up. Yep, it's coming up real soon. I already have my stepdad's Father's Day gift. I'll have to get something for Mark from the kiddos, but I'm cleaning my studio. Oh, nice. You can see the floor finally. Good. It's exciting. I can remember when there was a time that we would never go live and we would never have less than 100 people on. And now, like when I go live during the day, we're usually at like 60 to 70. And today we're at 49 and I could cry. Happy Friday, National Donut Day. Working on Father's Day gifts for our 2 son-in-laws. Nice. That's exciting. Mark's got to go help his dad tomorrow with the roof. So I'm going to drive him, because we only have 1 vehicle, because we don't need 2. So I have to drive him over. He's going to pick up his parents' second vehicle, or well, 3rd vehicle, I guess it would be. So he can drive over there tomorrow, because I have to have the car for the parade. So when he gets back, we're going to run over there. Yeah, aren't the colors pretty? Once I incorporate some gold, I think it'll be really cute. All right, so we're gonna do one more coat on that, but I'm gonna move these to the side. We're done with that one. Let me move a bunch of things here. And then let's clean off our chalkboard next. So you can remove this. You guys have seen me remove it, like when I do patterns and stuff. I am gonna put a pattern on here, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about removing it. It'll be okay. You need to get some yarn if it's gonna rain. That's all it's done here today is rain. But this is paste on here. Again, it's a reusable surface. Our paste is super durable. So I mean, you can like play with it. You can even get some water on it. It's not gonna do anything until you like really rub it. But I'm gonna use a paste scraper with some water. We're gonna scrape this off. Do you think the more we comment, it helps? It does, yes. That's why we always try to get you guys to comment and share and hit the heart button. The more that you interact with our posts, any post, it allows more people to see it because Facebook's like, oh, people want to see this. So that's why we kind of always are telling you guys how important it is to interact with, you know, videos or anything we post, anything you see us post. If you go by it without commenting or hearting it or anything, you're telling Facebook, oh, I don't want to see this. So they're going to push it down in the algorithm. It's just kind of how Facebook works, unfortunately. So if you guys can help us out, that's kind of why we do like all of our giveaways and stuff we do, because, you know, it helps with interaction, hopefully. Yeah, isn't it a beautiful surface? You need to go to the donut shop? Heck yes, you do. Isn't the frame so pretty? All right, so we're going to get all this residual off of here. Making homemade pizza, that sounds good. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll make tonight is just pizza. It's not going to be homemade, just freezer, but I got out Italian sausage to grill, but I don't want to grill in the rain again because it's all it does is rain. Rain and rain and rain. All right, I'm going to grab some water and a board eraser. Timer's going off. It's going to be Miss Nikki Plyler. That's a new name. You're going to go in the Sunday Fun Day baskets. On each Sunday or Monday, we pull a winner, and then you'll get some Happy Mail, or more than one winner. Let's see here. My daughter just gave me the tea towels with donuts. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. There we go. I reset it. Bought my first magnetic frame. Nice. Yes, we do still have the Aiden frames. Yep. This is just my favorite. It's my go-to because I'm more of like a vintage girl. All right, so this is a board eraser. They come white. This one's old, and our board erasers aren't actually restocking until the end of the month, so I'm just using these up until they fall apart, essentially. If you are a customer of ours or a designer of ours, message me if you need some board erasers. I do have some, but they will restock, just not until the end of June. But they're perfect to clean our boards and our transfers and all that good stuff. Lori, it can affect that, but it's never affected it to this point. You know what I mean? It's gotten very, very bad over the last few months. Facebook has definitely changed. Even like, I know a lot of you guys know Debbie Westbrook. She's another $1 million seller, as well as me and Bree. And even Debbie's not getting a ton of views. It's just, like, we had a meeting the other night, and she's like, you know, with the Facebook changes, it's just so hard to get in front of people, and it really is. Like, we haven't ever gone this long without getting a brand new club member. We've never gone a month without it, and so now it's been a month and 6 days, and I'm like, oh, having heart palpitations. We have gotten new Perks members. Perks members can join and get 30% off all of our products, but we haven't had a new club member since sometime in April, which is sad. You're having a hard time hearing what I'm saying? Oh no! Can you guys hear me? All right, so I'm just using the back side. This is like the microfiber side of our fuzz cloth. I just like to use this to get it nice and clean and dry, and then it looks like brand new. Mark actually added a sawtooth to this one, so I'll make sure that this is right side up. Hi, Sheila from Colorado. How are you? So I'm going to start, I think, by chalking. What do I want to do? Let's do one more coat on here. Well, our videos get posted to Instagram and YouTube, but we've never gone live on either one of those platforms. We've always just gone live on Facebook. That's how we've kind of grown our entire business. So I don't know, kind of like doing that would be kind of like starting over, which, I mean, it's not like Facebook's, you know, doing much for us at the moment anyway, but we post everything that we create to both Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So we're on all those platforms. We just don't go live on those because most of our following is here. It's crazy to me that we can have 60,000 followers and, you know, go live and reach only 60 people. It's just crazy. Crazy. But hopefully, I mean, it's constantly changing. We've had times where it's been, you know, rough, never this rough, but hopefully it'll change again, you know. You can go live simultaneously. However, you have to either have 2 different devices or you have to purchase like a software to do that. So for me, it's just not worth it right now. I mean, eventually I could try it out, but right now, I mean, we've always just done it this way. So if it continues, then we probably will, you know, look into something. But for right now, our lives at night always seem to do a little bit better, but obviously there's some nights that can't happen when we have the kiddos and stuff and they have stuff going on. But this weekend, maybe we'll do some nighttime lives while the kids are home. Once it's summer, we'll definitely be able to get back into our nighttime lives. But all right, we're done painting. So now we're gonna start chalking. Can you comment on YouTube lives? So it wouldn't be a live, it would be like after the fact, but yes, you can comment on them. You can follow us on our YouTube if you haven't. And all of the videos that like get posted to any of our social media, they're on all of our platforms. Isn't the font cute? I went back and forth with which font I wanted to use. I always pick the fonts just because, you know, Mark doesn't like to pick fonts. Okay, let's see here. Let's make sure all these are dry really fast and then we can start chalking on them. Thank you guys for jumping on and hanging out with us for a little bit. I say us, Mark's not here now, but we're going to use Ocean Mist on here. And then I want to use the floral dot pattern on this one. And I'm trying to decide what color I want to use. So I want to use vanilla or nominee, because I'm going to use nominee, I think, on the background with polka dots. I know, I love like different fonts. I think they're fun. Hooked me into buying that transfer. Oh, thanks, Renee. Which one did you buy? The picnic patterns? There are 4 transfers that are going to sell out and they're not restocking. We found out they're 100% not restocking. So it's the Those We Love, the Memorial one, the picnic patterns, which I used yesterday, the Live in the Farm Life or Farm Life, and then the, what does it say? It's got the rooster on it. Say something about coffee, or I don't know what it says, but anyway, those 4 will not be restocking. All right, almost dry. Then we'll just give everything a quick sand. Picnic patterns, yeah, that's a good one. Today is the last day for free shipping. Orders over $100 ship free, and today is the last day for that. 6/6 at midnight Mountain Time. All right, we're gonna take an 80 grit. You guys know I always do this to get, if I'm, you know, just because I'm a messy painter, I always get it on the side. Plus, I like to distress everything anyway. Just gives it a more vintage vibe, which is up my alley. Don't get cocky. There you go. The Highland Cow was a top seller, but that one's actually not on the verge of selling out yet. But it was a top seller. But we had more inventory of that one than those other 4 I mentioned. Yeah, the cow is really cute. Barn hair, don't care. Isn't that cute? The little Highland Cow with the, like, flower leaf in the hair. So cute. Yeah, check those out. There's quite a few cute ones. It was a very small release, but they were all super, super cute. Going around my little scalloped edge here. They're like those little cake stands, you know. I love like those little stands. I have actually some scalloped ones in the house that are like wood that I use for like little risers and stuff for decorations. Super cute. And I have a plan here. I was like, how can I make it so that the donuts are like on it but don't look weird and flat? So I came up with an idea. It's gonna look kind of like a, I don't know, a topiary, or I don't know, you'll see. It's gonna be cute. Just trust the process. Yeah, the Highland Cows are very cute. All right. Done with that one. And we'll just go around this really quick. Yeah, that memorial one, I really thought like they would have bought a lot of that because we've been asking for a memorial transfer like that for so long. And I have a really, really cute idea for it. Actually, Renee gave me inspiration. She asked us for a custom, I don't even know what you call them. I gotta like, I think she said, but we're gonna do something really fun with that transfer. Hopefully tomorrow with the acrylic. So stay tuned for that. When I first came on, I thought that was a margarita glass. Heck yes, margaritas and donuts. Nothing better. I wish we got more notice that a release was coming so I can budget my money. Well, unfortunately, we're not, like, they don't always tell us when a release is, or if they do, they don't want us to share it. So it's just kind of a matter of, you know, we have releases all the time, so it's hard to, whatever. But this one was a very small release. I will tell you, we have a huge release coming next month. So autumn, winter, our like big launches always come the same exact times, like the months. So it's not really a question. The little ones, sometimes we have surprises even and things like that. But all right, again, going around all these quick just to rough them up and get my paint off the sides. Acrylic floating frame. Yeah, so it's like but it has one of those things called like the screws that like, are they standoff or they're called something. We bought like these special, we'd actually had them for a while, and then when Renee mentioned it, Mark's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We could use those screw things I bought for those. So anyway, we'll have those posted. We'll do it tomorrow. Yes, those drinks from Olive Garden are so good. If you haven't tried the watermelon sangria, it's so, so good. I also had the green apple, but I didn't like that one as much. But the watermelon's amazing. I know, I cannot wait for Chalkboard. I need it. I think it's going to be like a little bit different than years past because, you know, it's quite a bit smaller than it has been in the past. Renee McGivney, you're going to go in the Sunday Fun Day baskets. So it's kind of sad to think, like, I guess they changed it so the gala, like, only award winners are going, which really kind of stinks because I guess they just didn't have the space for everybody, which is upsetting. And I didn't even realize. Like, I remember my first year at Chalkboard, I won an award my first year, but I was 8th for sponsoring, and I didn't get any other awards that year, which I didn't even expect I was going to get one. So when I saw the ribbon saying I was an award winner, I about dropped dead. But, you know, getting that award and watching everybody up there, like, getting first place awards and stuff like that, that really inspired me. So I feel like that's important for other people that are like just starting out or, you know, haven't really started to grow a team or anything like that. And they're not going to have that because this year, you know, but I mean, it's in person, which is great. The last couple years, it hasn't been in person. Our team still got together, but at least this year it'll be in person. But it does kind of stink that, you know, not everybody's going to be at the gala because it's just not going to be the same, but my first year, like I said, I won that award and it really like inspired me. Like I wanted to be up there. And then the next year I got first place for sponsoring, and you know, I think I ended up being second place for sales. And then the next year after that, I was first place for sponsoring and first place for sales, because once you become a legend, you're not entered into those like sales ones. So now I won't be, like last year I wasn't in there for sales because I had hit my $1 million legend status. So no, like once you hit your, what is it called? I just said it, didn't I? My brain just broke, I swear. Did you guys just see my brain break? It's called something. Legend. Oh my gosh. Legend. So once you're a legend status, you're like not in the running for certain things. Like there's a sponsoring legend and then there's sales legends. So once you're a sales legend, you're not in there for like 1 through 10 sales, which I think is a good thing because, you know, other people get a chance to win. Not a dressy gal, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nancy, you couldn't go either. That would have been awesome to have you there. But yes, there's always next year, right? All right, I think I'm almost done. A couple more of these to sand. You guys don't have to do this part if you don't want, but I always find like this is necessary. I'm not super dressy either. I like to wear like flowy dresses. You guys see me wear those a lot, but for the most part, I'm in, you know, yoga pants and a t-shirt or whatever, but it is nice to go and just kind of dress up a little bit. I got a really pretty like pink dress, and I'm gonna wear like lacy sneakers with them because I don't want to wear any heels or anything. But I got really cute like bow earrings. It's gonna be cute. So does that mean you're at the top? One of them, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm a sales legend. There's only 3 people in the company that are sales legends that have, you know, sold over $1 million worth of products, and I hit mine last February, February of 24. So once you do that, they do something called a $1 Million Diva Day. You go and celebrate like the last 2. So Debbie and Bree, they both went to Utah, but they were actually going to be in New York City, so they asked me if I wanted to go there. So I actually went to New York City. We saw a show. It was a lot of fun. They spoiled us. But yes, I'm one of the top salespeople in the company, fortunately. Thanks to all of our amazing customers and our amazing team. Hi, Sonia. Which is, it's always kind of hard to believe because I had never done direct sales prior to finding Chalk. So I never, you know, knew I could sell anything. Got a few dresses, but I don't often wear them. I love, like that's all I'll wear really when it's hot, because I don't wear shorts. I refuse to wear shorts. I hate my legs. So I like to have longer dresses, and you know, that's my jam anyway. I love me a good dress with pockets. Aren't the colors pretty? I know watching me sand stuff is not the most fun. Always support these if you're gonna sand words, just because you can break them kind of easily. I am gonna take an emery board and get into some of these tighter spots really quick. Mark got his pink shirt finally showed up. He's not super impressed. He's like, pink shirt, and then on top of it, you had to get me a pink shirt with flowers. He's like, you're pushing it. I said, it's one night, you'll be fine. Aw, thanks, Susan. We are super blessed and grateful to be where we're at, that's for sure. I still have to pinch myself. Even though it's not quite like it was, we still have some very loyal and amazing customers and team members and all that stuff. So I'm hoping one day it gets back to where it was. I can remember at one point we were, you know, getting 20 plus designers, club members every single month. It was before Perks was a thing. And it was, you know, it was just crazy. It was really, really cool. But Facebook watch party for Chalk would be fun. They used to do virtual options, but now they're not doing that because they want people to show up in person, which I was kind of grateful for. Like, you really have to experience ChalkCon in person. So both for the first time, Pink and Flowers, I know. I know. He was like, really, Brittany? He'll be fine. He'll survive. He'll be good. Okay, we're done sanding. I'm not going to do any more of that. Other than 220 grit. I do have to take a 220 grit over top of some of this stuff here really quick, just to smooth it out. Yeah, Mark, he's never worn pink, ever. Oh, I didn't do this one either. But he's gonna, for me. It's, so the gala right after that is what's called a pink party. So, he's gotta wear pink. He'll be fine. He's not impressed, but it's one time. Maybe he'll like it. You never know. Maybe he'll look really, really good in pink. I like a man in pink, so. Parker has a pink shirt. I don't think he's ever worn it. I bought it for him. He said he'd wear it, but I don't think he's ever worn it. Hi, Gloria. How are you, my friend? I thought I was done with the 220 or 80 grit, but I realized I missed one. Last one, promise. Thanks for sprinkling, Deborah. How are you? If you guys are just joining, say hello, comment donut. It's National Donut Day, so we're doing a really cute, like vintage inspired donut stand project with our Verity chalkboard. Today also our annual finished goods sale is up. You guys can comment donut for all the information, and I will show you if you guys are interested at the very end, or maybe I'll do another live after I think that's what I'll do. I'll do another live afterwards so I can share my screen and show you guys how to locate everything. I see men wear pink, but my husband, nope. Yep, same. Mine is normally not all about it either, but he's gonna do it for ChalkCon. Man here to drain water heater. Okay, have a good day. I watched a movie this morning. My girls will shower this morning, and I needed to shower, but they used all the hot water, so I had to wait a little bit. And I ended up watching a whole movie from like 7 to 9. But it was, what was it called? Shoot. A Mother's Instinct, I think. It had Anne Hathaway and Jessica Chastain. Does anybody watch that? My fiance refuses to wear pink. Yeah, same with Mark, but he's gonna wear it one time. He'll be all right. I think he'll survive. And stop at Dunkin'. Yes, you got your free donuts. Heck yeah, girl. All right, let me wipe up my sawdust here. If you guys are just joining, we listed these on Etsy today. I think they're super cute, this little like donut stand. So now I want to chalk a pattern on my cake stand. So I'm gonna wax everything that I'm gonna chalk on, which is all of these pieces. Does that donut transfer fit on the chalk chips? Yeah, it would fit on there. Like one donut would fit on a chalk chip. Yep, absolutely. So we're gonna add some surface wax so we don't pull any of the paste up. Need a good cup of coffee. Mark brought me one. I was super grateful for that. Aren't those baskets so pretty? I love the projects we did yesterday. Do you guys all see that? The projects we did for the house. I have to get some more hydrangeas, but I think they turned out so, so pretty. I love how they turned out. All right, just adding a little wax to all of our pieces here. Other than donuts, I'm not gonna chalk on that. Last one. This one I'm not gonna worry about waxing that because I'm gonna use this transfer that we brought back that's on sale, and this is mostly silk screen, so I want this to stick so I can get the best in town on there. You know what I mean? All right, let's do our pattern on our cake stand. You guys know I love this floral dot pattern. This is one of my favorites. I've used this transfer so many times. You can use our transfers. We give it a time frame, like we say 10 to 12 times, but I've used this one probably 20 plus times. Yeah, from Dunkin'. Yeah, if you buy a coffee or a drink, you get a free donut today for National Donut Day. Let's see here. I meant to look it up. I was curious why, like Dunkin' Donut spells it D-O-N-U-T, and that's how I usually refer to it, but I know like the actual spelling is D-O-U-G-H-N-U-T. Timer's going off. Sandra Koski, I'm gonna put you in the Sunday Fun Day basket, and I have to put Renee in there. Renee, I'm just gonna write Mick, because I know who that is. Renee Mick. And then, who did I just say? Sandra Koski. Koski? I don't know how you say that. Anyway, I meant to Google, like, if it's just something Dunkin' did, and now some people just spell it that way. I don't know, whatever. My hubby, ex-biker type, wears pink t-shirts for Every Child Matters. Oh, see, look at that. Manly men can wear pink, right? I agree with you. All right, press this down, and then I'm gonna do, I think I wanna do the pattern, I think I'm gonna do 9. So we're just gonna take Nominee, which is my favorite, as you guys know, one of them anyway. It's like a really pretty metallic gold. We're just gonna press this through onto our cake keep calling it a cake stand, but it's gonna be a donut stand. You don't have a Dunkin' close to you? I had quit Dunkin' for a long time, but they have pistachio right now, and I love pistachio. So one day I stopped and I got a pistachio iced latte, and now, I'll be honest, I drink them a little bit frequently. But fortunately, I'm still losing weight, even though I haven't been, you know, super as much into my health journey as I had been. But all right, there's our cake donut stand. This will go on top of there, but look how cute that is. You just clean these with tap water and a board eraser. I'm just gonna throw this over here for a second. You hear the train? Choo choo. Yeah, nominee is. Yeah, Tim Hortons is big near us too, like Rochester, Buffalo area. I honestly don't love Tim Hortons though. I'll be honest with you. I've tried it and I just don't love it. They have it in the airport in Rochester, and I can't find anything I like. But yeah, nominee is one of my favorites too. All right, let's do the best in town on here. So again, we're just gonna use this little part of this big old transfer. This is again another really cute one. I have two projects with this in the auction, but it's super cute. And then I'm not even gonna worry about fuzzing this. I'm just gonna put my fuzz cloth underneath of it because we're gonna use just the best in town on here. And I painted this vanilla so I could use Ocean Mist. You can see I've lost weight. Yeah, somehow I'm still losing some. Like I'm not, you know, it's not like I was, because I was, you know, eating really, really good and stuff. And lately it's just been kind of all after, if you guys remember when I had that incident where I ended up in the hospital and it was really rough when I had like that really severe allergic reaction to the medicine. That's kind of when everything fell apart, to be honest, but it's okay. It'll be all right. Right now I'm just happy to be alive and, you know, have my family and all that good stuff. Couldn't pass up the freebie. Yep, I see it. You don't like an ice cap. I tried it, but I didn't love it. I don't know. I tried. All right, there's like little teal dots through this, you guys. Sometimes people think that's like a mistake. It's supposed to be there. It's meant to make it like look rustic. So we're just gonna use Ocean Mist on this. So I'm just gonna take this and press it through. Get our excess off. Yeah, I ordered an ice cap. I also tried like a cold brew. I've tried a couple different things from there and I've just never loved it. I also struggle with Starbucks though, to be honest. If I go to Starbucks, I really struggle. I do like their like white chocolates, mochas, they're good, but I've just always preferred Dunkin'. But I think that, you know, people, you know, have just different tastes with that stuff. You're getting a Dunkin', nice. All right, there's that. How cute is that? So that's gonna go above. It's gonna say Best in Town Donuts. I'm loving these colors. They're coming together. Throw this in my sink. I just get water on the backside so I don't just like throw it in the sink and ruin it. You don't drink pop? Yeah, I had stopped drinking soda too, but now but I haven't gone back to regular Pepsi. I went to Pepsi Zero Sugar, so maybe that's what's helping me from gain weight. I don't know. All right, this one we're gonna do Made with Love on, this little like starburst. And that is what we're gonna use this Country Kitchen transfer for. I haven't used this one yet, but it's actually really cute. I love these stripes. At some point we'll use some other elements from it. I like the flowers too. You don't go to any coffee shops? I love coffee shops, especially like little like local ones. You know what I mean? We have one right here in our town. It's called the Pot Spot. Like coffee pot, not like marijuana. But it's a really cute little shop and they have like all these drink specials and stuff. It's pretty cool. Hi, Chris. All right, I'm just adding some lint to this one. First time using this one. And then we're just gonna put the little starburst on here. And I'm gonna do with right in the middle. And then I'll do Made and then Love. So I think I'll do, let's do vanilla. How are you today? Thanks for jumping on. I'm gonna use just a little multi-tool here with our vanilla paste. And then because I'm gonna put the transfer right back over top to do Made and Love, I'm gonna dry this first. So there's the little whiz. Just dry this fast. Do you like coffee at home? Yeah, I have an espresso machine, and I love espresso, so that's why I always get lattes. So I'll make espresso at home and make my own lattes, which they're good, but they're just not like when you get them out. So, you know, Mark usually only drinks coffee at home, and he hates like Dunkin' coffee, and he'll get it every once in a while, but he's not really a fan. I actually just got him a new Ninja, like, it's similar to a Keurig, but I remember when I was telling you guys about the Keurig and it smelled terrible even though we had cleaned it a bunch of times. I got him this like new Ninja type Keurig, so it's been better since then. All right, just line this up and we'll do Made. Vanilla as well. I used to be a barista for Starbucks. Really? Girl? Well, you gotta come over here and make me some coffee. I do like, they have like a, is it called mocha cookie crumble or something? Those are really good, but they have like so many calories in them, it's crazy. But I'll have one of those every once in a while. If you guys have never had one of them, they're amazing. What about the coffee drink bar you set up? Do you still use the sugar-free flavors? Yes. If I make it at home, yes. All right, there's Made. I never had a coffee bar though. I had like a water bar. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. But eventually I got tired of it all being on my counter, so now it's in the pantry. I don't like clutter, so I like clutter, but it's gotta be, you know, cute. Yeah, buy the syrup and make your own. Sometimes, yeah. But I also like to, I don't know, if I have to leave the house, I like to reward myself with a coffee, you know, for going out. Maybe a toxic trait, but you know what? Whatever. All right, last part for this one, and then we just have to do our donuts, and then I'm gonna do a cute little pattern on the chalkboard itself. Like I said, we're going for like those, you know, vintage kind of vibes. So there's Made with Love. I'm gonna throw some water on this one. And then we can do our donuts. So this is where I like thought about use the French vanilla creamer in your coffee. I have that transfer. I should do another acrylic floating sign with standoffs for it. Yeah, that would be cute. Do you have too much clutter in your house? So we just remodeled, and I don't know, like I have a lot. Like you guys know, my house is like cottage core, vintage vibes, and I'm loving it. So like, I have a lot in my living room, but I just think it's so like homey, and it doesn't bother me having the clutter in there right now. So again, this is the club transfer, you guys. If you're not a part of our club, you should join. This one's called Donut Dream. Lots of cute things you can do with these little donuts. And we have all the cutouts on Etsy. I need to purge. Yeah, I purged before the remodel, so we got rid of a lot. All right, this one is this little donut right here with like the swirls. So this one I want to do, timer is going off. Susan to Seth, you're going to go in there, which I think you're in there a couple times, but you're going to go in again. I think for this one, I'm going to line this up. I'm going to do this one, I think, in camel, because it's going to make it look kind of like a Cinnabon type. It reminds me of like a cinnamon type cookie, I guess. Not cookie, but donut. That's what it reminds me of anyway. So I'll do this one. Reminds me of like a churro donut cookie, whatever I'm trying to say. here's our first one. Isn't that cute? See that? Yes, too many crafts, right? Too many crafts, too little time. All right, then this one, we already waxed all these pieces. This one I want to do this. Is this the one I wanted to do? Yeah, this one. So this one we're going to do a couple different colors. I love this one. This one's like, got like a little like star burst type thing in the middle. So I think I'm going to do, let's do, you guys see my brain working? I want to do nominee for the center, and then the outside I think I'm going to do ocean mist. So we'll just go in with our detail tool. I'm going to be a little bit careful around the little edge here. There's like a little strip in between, so I'll just try to be a little careful. Thought I heard a truck. We got a table. I told you guys it was driving me nuts the way that the router was. So we got like this little behind the couch table. It's like a console table. Came yesterday. So Mark and I need to work on putting that together so I can hide the router and modem because it's bothering me. I think it'll be cute back there. Hi Tracy. Hubby said, for anything new, something old has to go. Yeah, sorry to see you go. That's funny. I purged a lot because I kind of changed like everything. Like some people still say my style is farmhouse. I don't really think it is. I mean, it might be a different type of farmhouse, but for me, it's more like cottagecore vintage. So I got rid of like a lot, and I actually gifted most of it to my mom because she wanted a lot of it. But yeah, I did. I purged a lot. So I guess that's how I like perceived that I deserved to get new things because I, you know, got rid of so much. Again, that may be a toxic trait, but that's me, so. All right, and then I'll just carefully do the middle. Our paste does dry pretty quickly, so you want to be a little, you know, as fast as you can be. But I think we did a pretty good job on that. And I can quickly do the center, and then we'll peel it up. Just press it through. Some of the blue will kind of blend in with it, but that's how it would be on a donut, right? Like it wouldn't be perfect. I don't think I've ever eaten a perfect donut. Although I see some of those like videos of people that like make these like perfect cookies and stuff. I don't know if I could eat it. I think I would have anxiety eating a donut that pretty. Thundering outside, oh man. Choosing my colors for projects is the hardest part for me. Yeah, sometimes I struggle with that too. Usually I like stick with, you know, like a color scheme, but. All right, so let's peel this one up. Oh, that's cute. Look at that one. So there's that donut. Then we're gonna do this one. This guy, I think. So for this one, I think I'll do nominee as well. Is this the right donut? Or did I pick the wrong one? Nope, it's right, I think. Or maybe it's not. Which one has another bite in it? It's gotta be this one. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. These ones are wet, you need to be a little careful. Did I pick the wrong side? I didn't. You guys see my brain? It's this one. It's gotta be this one. My goodness. One of the stripes. So this one, I think I'll do this one in nominee too. Nominee on Peachy Keen will be cute. How about texturing donuts with spackle? Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. Absolutely. You do you, right? This one is this one, obviously. This one's super cute. I love this like little, looks like a flower to me, almost. I think we'll do this one in nominee too. And then maybe I'll fill in some of that frosting with vanilla on that one. You're expecting the same thing in Western Kentucky? Yeah. It's nasty weather's all over. Look how cute that one is. Nominee, ocean. These colors all go so well together, I feel like. All right, we have two more regular ones here. I want to do this one for sure with the sprinkles. I think that one's cute. I'm going to do that one in, let's do Peachy Keen for this one, I think. Then I can do the sprinkles. I'll go in and make them maybe either nominee or ocean mist. We'll see. Use joint compound. Look how cute that one is. And we have one more. Let me just decide which one I want to do here. Let's just do the regular sprinkles, and we'll do it in ocean mist, I think. And then all we have to do is add nominee to our background, and then we can assemble all this. I think it's going to be really, really cute. Press your paste through, get your excess off. Again, you can use our transfers over and over again, so you'll get tons of use out of them. I'm done with all these colors. Yeah, I wish we could send you some of our rain too. It's getting vintage vibes, right? I feel like it is. Again, I'm just gonna put some water on this, throw it in my sink. And now I'm gonna bring in my chalkboard. So this again is the Verity. It's one of my favorites, as you guys know. And we're gonna put a pattern on this. We're gonna use one of the new transfers that just came out day before yesterday. It's called Butterfly Garden Patterns, but I just wanna use these really cute polka dots. So this is a 12 by 18. Hi Lisa, I'm good, how are you? 12 by 18 transfer. First time using this one, so I'm just gonna put it sticky side up. Add some lint. Are you able to tell how many view your lives later as a replay? Yeah, so it'll tell me, like, it says, you know, usually it gets up to like, our videos usually do anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 views, like once it's all said and done, like, you know, after 24 hours or whatever. But like I said, there were times when, like, you know, we've never, I don't think I've ever had a live where we've been below like 75 in all the time that we've been a designer, other than when I first joined. So it's just kind of, you know, everything's so different. It's weird, but it's okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just add these little polka dots on here. You can take the frame out if you want, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna chalk, and then we'll dry it, and then we'll do another layer. So I'm gonna use nominee for this. Just got home with my grandson. Awesome. Yeah, it's, I mean, it'll tell you like how many views, and like sometimes people just look at it for a couple seconds or whatever. It's just so weird though how much it's changed, like in just like a short amount of time. Lori Partial, you're gonna go in the Sunday Funday basket. Thank you for commenting. Aw, you're so sweet, Lori. Thank you. I do love what I do, that's for sure. Okay. This pattern's so fun. I think it's adorable. Isn't that so cute? They're like not perfect polka dots, and I think that's what I love about them. I got some nominee on the side, so I'll just wipe that off. Yeah, replays are super important, of course. I mean, all views are important. Like, we are super grateful to anybody that watches our videos. It's just always a little bit hard, you know, when there's changes and you're trying to figure out why, you know, you've gone from this to this, and I know, it's everybody. Like I said, there's other people, you know, some of the top sellers in the company. It's just Facebook's not pushing the videos out like they used to. Super weird. So there is the first part. I'm gonna have to do that a few times, obviously. So we'll get this dry so we can layer on top of it. That's gonna go on there. I think I'm gonna use this. I'm actually gonna use this like up here is how I think I'm gonna do it. And I'll just like use probably a piece of Velcro and attach that to my frame. Lori, you need this frame. This is by far my favorite frame ever. I love the Verity. I've also painted them, and then I use like the gilding wax you can like fill in, and it's just, they're super, super pretty. Although nominee paste does take a little bit longer to dry, but we'll get it here in a second. I keep feeling like I hear a truck. I'm gonna try to not clean it in between. Normally I would, but I'm gonna try not and see how it goes. And then go back in with our nominee. Yeah, I like the pizza idea. I don't want to grill in the rain again tonight. I think that's what we'll do, is just freezer pizza. DiGiorno. That'll work for tonight. Mark, I have to make him like his own, like, he has like crust that's gluten-free, and then I, you know, put his gluten-free and dairy-free toppings on top. So his is a little bit different, but I know, Marsha, I have so many of these too. It's my favorite. Look how cute. I think we're good with not cleaning it too. Usually I clean in between, but we're doing all right, so we're just gonna keep moving our way up. I just thought it would be cute to have a little background on there. So just keep drying in between. You're going out for fish fry. I used to work at the Vets Club when I lived in Troy, and we always had fish fry Friday nights. I don't eat fish, but at one point I was a waitress and I was a cook, so I would serve it. You could do fried, battered. Battered was fried. Breaded. And there was another one. What was it? Baked. I just don't. I've never been a seafood person, but I got you hooked on Nominee. Isn't it so pretty? Nominee is my favorite. I got that really thick right there, so it's a little bit going to take longer to dry. I like the Aiden frame better, yeah. Darcy, you're like the complete opposite of me. You don't like bows, you don't like the corners. I'm like, give me all that stuff. I guess it's a big thing to wear, like for people to wear bows to Gracie Abrams concerts. So Parker's like, are you gonna wear a bow? And I said, heck yeah, I'll wear a bow. I never met a bow I didn't like. All right, so another layer. We're just working our way up this whole thing here. The Aiden's pretty too, but I'll be honest, I don't think I've used an Aiden since the Verity came out, because this is just more my jam. But you know, that's what makes the world go round. People have different opinions and things they like and all that stuff. You have the Aiden frame? Yeah. The Aiden frame, you used to get it in the designer kit every single time. Like you would get it, that's where I got my first Aiden frame, was in my designer kit when I became a designer. But they're a really great chalkboard. And you can also earn them for free if you become a designer with the designer debut. You got put under a tornado watch. Oh my gosh. Will you stay safe, my friend? That's not fun. We're getting closer to being done though. Did I write down the last person I said was going to go in the... I don't think I did. Lori Partial. That's right. Everyone has their own style. I'm with you, girl. And some people like the Chiefs. There's nothing we can do about it. That was just for you, Darcy. Love the video of them opening the gifts. Wasn't that so cute? Yeah, the Verity's still available. And now that you're a designer, Tracy, you can get it for 40% off. I think we just have to use it maybe 2 more times. Got my Aiden's as Happy Mail. Yay! That's awesome. Yeah, you get all 3 in the last phase of the designer debut, which is huge. Mark should have Delaney now, and then he has to go get the other 2. They get picked up at 3, so they'll be home shortly. I think tonight, I want to try, I know that Snow White had horrible reviews, but I'm still a Disney girl at heart, and I feel like we just need to rent it and give it a try. I know it had terrible, terrible reviews. Has anybody else seen it? The new live action Snow White? I guess a lot of people like hated it, but I feel like tonight's like a pizza movie night and we can make popcorn and, you know, spend time together. Curious if anybody watched it. I know it like tanked at the, like for reviews and stuff, but yeah, it's been storming here all day. All it does is rain. Last night we had such heavy rain, like it's so weird, like when it rains, it like just downpours all the time now. Ever since we had that flood, like it seems like we can never just get like a little sprinkle. It's like tons and tons of rain. So strange, but any of you watched the new Snow White movie? I'm curious. We almost always go see all the Disney movies in theaters, but I just heard so many bad things about it that we didn't go see that one. But it's out to rent now, so give it a try, I guess. All right, one more layer. Get this dry. Isn't this pattern cute though? I like it. Kevin Adams and I never knew there was a Hudson. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, Laura, you need to see the new Lilo and Stitch. That is so cute. We saw that in theaters. We saw that Memorial Day weekend. It was super cute. Opening weekend. That was a really cute movie. Made me laugh, it made me cry. And it's a little bit different than like the cartoon, so it's not like you'll know everything if you've seen it. I remember seeing Lilo and Stitch, the original cartoon, as a kid in theaters. So it was cool. It was like a, you know, full circle moment to take my kids to see the live action one. You know what I mean? Almost done. Thank you guys for sticking it out with me. This one's going to be super cute. We're doing like a vintage inspired donut shop, donut stand sign. You got a few downpours in Florida yesterday. You needed it? Yeah. I think a lot of areas really need it. But then certain areas, all we do is get rain. For the first time ever since we've lived here, we flooded, and I really hope it doesn't happen again, but who knows. All right, one more area here. I didn't clean it in between. Normally I always do, but it's worked out in my favor thus far, so I think we'll be all right. Last little bit here. I think I'm just gonna do, I'm not gonna do the top row, just these ones. Oh my gosh, last night my mom, she was here. She came because she wanted to see the kids' surprise. She's actually going with us to Boston for the concert. And she was getting ready to leave and her car wouldn't start, and she has a Subaru Crosstrek. Timer's going off. Lisa Dolan, you're gonna go in the Sunday Funday baskets. Anyway, it wouldn't start, and so Mark figured it was the battery on her like fob, because you know how like most cars don't have a key to actually start it anymore. Like ours doesn't, and neither does hers. So he changed the battery and it still wasn't working. But then he finally got it. He had to hold like the fob right up to the, like where the sensor is or whatever. It was so weird. I don't know. But she said after that it was fine. So sandbags would not work. We had so many people say you need to get sandbags. I don't know if you guys understand when there's a flood and there's a creek outside and it's like a torrential river when it's that full of water. Sandbags aren't going to do anything. We would need to have like a million sandbags. So no. We already have the buildings kind of like raised up a little bit. We thought about like having somebody come in and raise it more, but that would cost so much money. I mean, in the future, maybe we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't, flood again this year, at least. And then we can think about it. But yay, 2 days in a row. Look at you, girl. See, commenting pays off, right? And our customers know we give lots of happy mail, not just for this, but for our special customers and stuff. Hi, Miss Tanya. All right, let me close these up, and then I'll put Lisa's name down, and then we're going to assemble this. And I think this is going to be adorable. I'm excited. So when it all gets put together is the fun part, right? Let me wipe this off really quick because I got some up here where I don't want it. I bet the kids are going to be surprised to see Mark. This morning, Delaney's like, "You're going to pick us up, right?" And I was like, "Yep." And then I had to get all the pictures uploaded for the auction, and it took a lot longer than I had planned because at one point I have like different categories. And so Christmas was my biggest category. As you guys know, I love Christmas. And when I went to upload the Christmas one, it like closed out completely. So then I had to go back in and enter all the prices and everything. It was just, I was like, seriously? So it took me a lot longer than I had planned. But yeah, it's called a flash flood for a reason. Exactly. My dress for chalk on still hasn't gotten here. Oh no! What does the shipping say? I gotta get more sticky notes. Lisa Dolan. Mine's here, but I do have to get me a slip. I know some people were like, "Are slips still a thing?" They are, and I actually found some. I gotta order it. All right, so now we're gonna put our stuff together here. So I'm gonna use some tacky glue to glue together my donut stand. And then I'm gonna use magnets for everything else because this is a magnetic chalkboard. So we're just gonna glue this. I love the colors too. I was going for like a very vintage, like what would be like, when you see like a vintage, I don't know. If there's a place near us, it's called Peas Macaroons. And it's just super cute. Like she's got like velvet armchairs that are super cute that are like this blue color, and I kind of got inspiration from her like shop. She's actually a woman, small business owner. It's in Horseheads, New York, near my mom. But her shop is super, super cute, and I don't know, I thought that's kind of what I was going for, I guess. Old time colors, yeah. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna use some magnets. Do I have any magnets? I may have to grab some out of my thing. Hold on. I hope I have magnets. If not, I can use glue and we'll use painter's tape. I thought I had magnets, but maybe I'm out. Hold on. Oh no, I have a whole bunch. We'll use these. These are the ones that we sell that are on my chalk site. They're adhesive, they're a 12 pack. I'll be honest with you, I don't love these because over time they end up like not holding up. But if you use a few, usually they're okay. And I'll have to cut some in half to make them work. But I just use my cutters here. That happened to me last week. My Jeep wouldn't start. Just put a new battery in January. My husband looked at the starter and the plug came loose. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you got it figured out, Suzanne. All right, so on the back of this, I'm just going to put one big one. And then I'm going to take one and cut it in half. So they're adhesive on one side and then magnetic on the other. That might not be enough. I have to trim it a little bit more. Yeah, I hope you get it soon too. Did you check the shipping, the tracking information, or do you not have? I know sometimes, depending on where you get them, they don't give you the best tracking information. There we go. Got 2 on there, or 3 altogether, I guess I should say. So then this is going to go at the bottom. Is this the top? This is the top. So we're going to put this at the bottom. And then I'm going to start putting in my donuts. I don't know if I want that all the way at the bottom or not. We'll see. I'll decide here as I go. But my plan is to take my donuts want to kind of alternate how I do these. Let's do this one. And then, do I not have enough? No, this is right. There we go. Like that. That's cute. And then I have my little Made with Love. So I might end up moving this up a little bit. No, I need my donuts to go on here. So, move this down, move these down. Donuts is gonna go there-ish. I sized this on there. There we go. And then this is gonna go up here with some Velcro. And then I think I'll put this one over there or something. This is cute. How cute is this? I'm gonna add some more, like, I'm gonna kind of zhuzh these donuts up too and add a little bit more to them in a minute. But let's add our magnets to the rest of the donuts. Isn't that cute? It's turning out adorable. I'm happy. Thanks, Brenda. So again, just because these magnets are, they don't like last over time, I'm gonna do 2 on each. So I'm just cutting it in half. I tell you guys when stuff's a good quality product. We've been telling Chalk for a while, these magnets are not the best. So they do work, they just don't, you know. Shipping is getting very unreliable from USPS, my last 2 Chalk orders. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna use a whole one on this one. Right here. And then we'll cut this one in half. I know, I love it on the Verity frame too. I knew that that's where I wanted to put it. All while I was watching that movie this morning, that's what I was thinking about, was what I wanted to do with my, I knew I wanted to do something for National Donut Day and our, you know, club transfer this month. This is so cute. Love it. And then we'll put this one right there. Aw, thank you. Hi, Mary. Isn't it cute? I love it. I think it turned out precious. Better than I had planned. And we'll do another one of these. I'm just cutting my magnets in half. Just kind of pushing them all down so I have plenty of room. There we go. It's going to work out. It's going to work out in our favor. I think it's cute too. This one, I'm gonna have to cut my, I'm gonna have to be a little creative with these, but do y'all have the cake stand on Etsy? So this is a full set on Etsy. It includes the 6 donuts, the little Starburst, the Best in Town, which is part of the ice cream transfer. Includes all those. So I'm just gonna cut these smaller to make them fit on this little donut word here. Yes, comment donut when you guys are jumping on. Join our club if you haven't to get this exclusive transfer. I think this is turning out so cute. Cutting up magnets. I know, I love that this board is magnetic too. I probably don't need to use all of these, but I'm going to just to be safe. And they're black on the back side, so if it goes over a little, it'll be okay. Wouldn't it be cute in a donut shop? Heck yes. If we had a macaroon transfer, I would make that business owner a macaroon sign. I put that upside down. There we go. Centered. I gotta turn it my way. There we go. And then for this one, I'm going to use Velcro, because I want to keep my chalkboard reusable and not ruin it. A coffee bar would be cute, and yeah. I'm just going to cut small strips of this. I'll just use 2, I think. Isn't it cute? I love it. I still have to add that one other little piece, but I have such a hard time with this plastic stuff. Love donuts? Me too. What's your favorite donut? I know I asked this on the page today for Donut Day, but interaction helps, so tell us your favorite donut. I will put those on top and then pull that off. Didn't it turn out so cute? You can use glue dots if you want. That's your prerogative, right, Susan? I have always used Velcro and it doesn't hurt our Verity, so there's not one way to do anything, right? You do you. There's that, and then I'm just going to add another magnet to this, and that'll be it. I'll put that over there, I think. Let me close this up here. Didn't this turn out so cute, you guys? It was a labor of love, but I think it was worth it. Turned out so stinking cute. So again, you can get the cutouts on Etsy. It's a full set. You get the donut stand, the word donut, the best in town shape. Obviously, to have, to put the best in town on there, you have to have the ice cream transfer, but everything you can get when you comment the word donuts. Look how cute this is, you guys. I love this. What do we think? Would take any donut because I haven't had one here. This is the 9x12. It's the one that's available, Chris. Isn't this cute, though? What do you guys think? I love it. I think it turned out so stinking cute. I love the colors. What do we think? Hit the heart button. That's cute. That would be cute, like, in your kitchen, even if, I just think that's cute. No, we need to add a little bit more to this. I forgot. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I wanted to add a little bit more, like, I want to zhuzh up my donuts a little bit. Let me grab, I just wanted to add, I just need a little paintbrush right here. Un memento. I'm going to just fill in some of these dots and stuff with some of the nominee just to give it a little something extra. Forgot we were going to do that. I feel like it makes it worth it. The other day I used that one little tool, but I feel like the paintbrush makes it a little bit easier to control, I guess. So cute. We'll probably have time for one more person to go in the Sunday Fun Day basket, so make sure you guys are commenting. Tell us your favorite donut. Tell us what you're doing this weekend. Tell us what you're having for dinner. Tell me anything. Tell me a story. Anything you feel like. Isn't it cute? I think it's cute too. I'm just going to use this little brush and just kind of fill in on some of these little areas. I'm going to add some vanilla in certain spots and then some nominee. One more dot on this one. And then I think I'll make these. Let's do those in vanilla. Let's do those in vanilla. So I don't think I need any more of this color. So I'm just going to wipe this with a baby wipe. Chocolate cream filled powdered cream donut. I love the powdered cream with the jelly though. The jelly is my favorite. A bacon covered donut? Dang girl, you're fancy. All right, I'm gonna take my vanilla and fill in like some of these swirls and stuff. Again, it's just a super small brush. I am not a gifted painter in any definition of the word, but I'm just kind of filling in giving it a little something extra. needs to be a little extra, right? At least I feel like I do. So you can see behind me to over here, we did the patriotic one. Those are more cutouts that are available on Etsy. And then we have this super cute, like vintage inspired one here. How cute is this? Apple cider in the fall. Oh, I make homemade apple cider donuts. They're so good. I haven't made them in a while. I need to make them. Actually, Mark can have them. They're really good. I need to make those this fall. Thank you guys for sticking it out with us. If you guys want to learn more about becoming a part of our crafting community, you can join our perks program to get 30% off all of our products. You can join our club to get this exclusive kit this month. You can join our team to get 40% off, and we have a brand new designer kit for the summer. Super, super cute. Lots of fun things in there. It's got $264 worth of product for only $99. And then you have like the designer debut program. You have a one-time 15% off. Tons of awesome things that you can take advantage of as a designer and as a member of ours. Look how cute that donut turned out. Put the nominee on there and then some vanilla. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one, just add a little bit of vanilla on these sprinkles. Just feel like it gives it a little something extra, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm proud of this project, you guys. Apple cider is yummy. I'm bad, I buy 6, eat 6. That would be me too if I bought 6. So I just buy 1. I have no willpower, so if I bought 6 donuts, I'd eat them all too. So just taking our small little brush, filling in some of these areas with some accent colors here. These have like little stars. I'm going to fill those in too, just because, you know, you can, right? So nobody watched the new Snow White movie? I was curious if somebody on here what their opinion was. As you can tell, I'm concentrating. When I get quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. I think this club is going to be a favorite. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of this month's club, but I think it's adorable. I never met a donut I didn't like. All right, fill in a couple more little areas, these little stars. Just kind of fill in. You guys are awesome for taking some of your day and spending it with me. Really does mean so much to us. If you guys are new, make sure you like and follow our page. We'd love to have you. We go live pretty much daily. We're always doing some kind of a craft project. And like I said, today is our annual finished goods sale as well. So even if you're not crafty and you just want to buy some things for your home that we've made throughout this past year, you can check that out. I'll go live after I get everything cleaned up. I'll just do another quick live and share my screen and show you guys how to access everything. I know sometimes it gets confusing because people don't realize they have to like go in and click discussion. I did put like the actual instructions in there if you're in my broadcast channel. So yeah, the cutouts are on Etsy as well. And then I'm just gonna fill in these swirls on this donuts and then we'll be done. We have lots of new cutouts on Etsy. Lots of cute things. It'll be fun to do this one. Yeah, it is fun. I'm curious to see you guys do it, and like if you do similar or different colors. It could be so cute in so many different colors. I almost put green in it, but I was like, You know what would be really cute with it is that eggshell blue. That would have been really pretty. Should have done some of that, but ocean mist is pretty too. Okay. I think we did a good job. There, now it's complete. Isn't that cute? Look how cute! I love this, you guys. What do you think? Hit the heart button. I love it. Best in town donuts made with love. Your dishwasher broke. Oh no! Isn't that cute? I love it, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Who was the last person that I pulled for Happy Mail? I don't think I wrote their name down. You guys remember? Before I jump off. Love my pencil cutouts. They are really cute. They turned out so cute, Suzanne. Anybody remember who the last person was? Again, you just clean our transfers with tap water and a board eraser. They're super easy to clean. You guys have seen me do it before. Are the dots cute? That's a new transfer that just came out yesterday. It's called Butterfly. Is it Guardian or something? It's cute, huh? I just got all my squeegees out. Lisa, I know you were one, but I think I wrote your name down. Wasn't there somebody else after her though? Or am I just making it up in my brain? I love the dots too. Did I write you down though? I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. No, I did. You're right there. All right, I think that's it. As always, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, finished goods sale auctions going on through Sunday, June 8th. I'll go live a little bit after I get these cleaned up, and I will show you guys how to do it before the kiddos get home. And you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Comment donuts. Take care. Let us know if you have any questions.